Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole. I have hooded eyes and I tend to do a lot of eyeshadow tutorials for my hooded eye boys and girls here on YouTube, like this one today. As you can see, I'm struggling a little bit with some dryness on this eye. You can see it's a little bit patchy. I'm gonna give you some tips in the tutorial for that. I'm not applying them today because I wanted to keep this all matte for this look, but I am giving you some tips if you're struggling like me in this freezing cold Chicago weather that is taking a toll on my skin. But as you can see by the title, we are pretty much just using one shade here from the ColourPop Cute AF palette. Really enjoy this palette, and I'm really enjoying simple looks like this. And if you guys are struggling, or if you're beginners, or if you have hooded eyes and you don't know what to do, I think you will find this video super helpful. So if you're interested in seeing all my tips and how I got this look right here, go ahead and keep watching. All right, you guys, so the first thing I want to mention is it is 2 degrees in Chicago today. Yesterday it was -4 degrees, felt like -23 or something like that. So my skin is suffering. When I do get dry, I get dry on my eyelids, and that's it. No idea why, but you could see on this eye, I'm a bit dry in here, which is why it looks a little bit patchy, but I think this eye is a little bit better. So hopefully for this tutorial, everything will go on smooth, but I did want to put that out there. Another trick when you have dry eyes is to apply a shimmer, but I really wanted to get this all matte peachy look. I've been really into monochromatic looks, and I am so excited for spring. I love the pastels, the oranges, the blues, the greens, love that for spring, and I wanted to go ahead and get this out there. So I am using an oldie but a goodie. I'm using the ColourPop Cute AF palette. I love this palette. I've had it for I think about a year at this point. You can pick this up at Ulta or on ColourPop. They're super pigmented, they blend really easy, and affordable AF. So we're gonna go in today with mostly this color right here, if my camera decides to focus, which is called Big Cocktails, I think. I always get screwed up with the way that they list their shadows on the back, but that is mainly the only color we're going in with, especially on the lid. I just use a really light touch in the crease to kind of get that faded out look. If you've hooded eyes like me and you like shadow like me, everybody likes different things. I just think the simpler the better, and if you use one shadow and just kind of diffuse it out, I think that's a really good tip. And then I'm gonna go in a little bit under the eye with this shade right here, which is called GNO, Good Night Out. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting with Big Cocktails, right? Yeah, Big Cocktails. I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild fluffy brush, and I'm pretty much tapping off most of the color on that so I don't go in and have a big patch. And I'm just gonna start to work that really lightly into the crease area. If you hear that watery sound, it's my radiator going on, because again, it is like 2 degrees in Chicago today. So I'm holding the brush really at the tip and using a very light touch to just work this into the crease area. That is the sound of my radiator. So I'm gonna like pretty much fast forward through this, but I'm just basically building up the color to get to a point that I like. Okay, so that is just Big Cocktails in the crease. I took my time building it up and blending it out, which is why it's so diffused. As I get like closer towards my lid, I went a little bit heavier. I don't even know if you could see that on camera because it's so slight. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a flat brush. This is just a craft store flat brush with that same color, and now I'm just gonna press it onto the lid up to the crease so I get a really condensed version of the color, and then it just blends itself out seamlessly since it's the same color in the crease. Sorry about the radiator. Again, 2 degrees, it's not stopping. So I'll go ahead and fast forward through this so you guys don't have to listen to that. And then I'm just switching over to a MAC 217 with a little bit of that same shade, and I'm just gonna start to blend these edges and create my shape. and then back into the Wet n Wild brush to just diffuse. All right, and while I'm here, I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. smudge brush and I'm gonna work big cocktails once again under my eyes. I'm not trying to go too smoky here though. I'm gonna add a little more to this eye because I feel like this eye is a little heavier, so I'm real quickly just gonna even these out. Oftentimes that happens when you're doing shadow. And then with just the smallest little MAC 206, I'm gonna go in with GNO. That guy right there, right under the eyes, not necessary, but I think it does add a little bit of something. And then we will touch over that with the black when we line our eyes in just a second here. This is gonna look a little harsh right now, but once I have my mascara on, it'll look a lot better. All right, and to highlight the inner corner, I'm just gonna take the NikkiTutorials X Maybelline highlight on a Wet n Wild pencil brush. I'm really gonna get that inner corner all the way around and up. Just to add a real nice pop. And on an even smaller pencil brush with that same highlight right under the brow. I'm gonna pull this out a little more. All right, now real quickly, I just lined my lower lash line with a nude liner. I saved you guys watching me pull my eyelid down, and I'm going to go ahead and apply the liner like I did on this eye, on this side. I have a whole video on how to line your eyes for hooded eyes. If you wanna see that, I will link it up here or link it down below, but I'm taking my favorite liner brush, which is the Sigma Winged Liner E06 and the Sigma Black Wicked Gel Eyeliner. I'm gonna go ahead and really tightly line my upper lash line. All right, so you can see I didn't do that perfectly because I'm gonna go right into the James Charles palette into Spooky, which is just a black liner, again with the MAC 208, and I'm just gonna line right over that to kind of smoke it out. All right, so once you have your liner on, you could see I didn't like wing it out harshly. I just kind of smoked it out and brought it out a little bit to mimic the shape of the shadow. So I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna apply my mascara, which is the Milani Lash Trifecta. And then I'm going to apply a pair of natural lashes, which is the Kiss number 11 lashes. And I will be right back here and we will do finishing touches. But we're pretty much done because this is super easy. All right, you guys, lashes are on and this is what everything is looking like. Don't mind my hair, it is such a mess. As you can see, when you have a smooth eye like I have on this side, everything looks really seamless and just beautiful with one shadow. I think that's the key thing here. It's super easy to get a stunning look with one shadow. I know with YouTube these days, people go in with like 10 shadows sometimes, and that's super overwhelming, and not everybody has that. So I think it's nice every so often to put out a simpler eye look, especially if you have hooded eyes and you like shadow like me. 1, 2, 3 shadows is pretty much the max that I usually like to go in. Now, as I said in the beginning, I have a lot of dryness on this eye, so you can see the difference here, how it's kind of clinging to the patches on the inner corner and the outer corner because I am dry. But like I said, if you're having that problem, going in with a shimmer, like in this palette, Louis, which is right here, would be really nice for that. It'll just kind of distract from the dryness and cover everything up since there's kind of different textures in there. So I hope you enjoyed this more simple eyeshadow tutorial and you found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up so I know I should still make videos like this. Otherwise, if you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the world to me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.